We can mention error occurred at transaction. We can mention this particular transaction, mention copy this thing, and time. What time? We'll create a time parameter p underscore date time, copy date time. Now here we'll select each occurrence, close, paste. What is the iteration is failing? We can even create a iteration number also, p underscore iteration, and paste this. Next iteration is over. We'll take iteration underscore and continue. Okay, and now we have taken the iteration as well. Let me save, and instead of this I'll copy this text check and put wonder. Okay, this text check will not be appearing and this will fail. And let us see what is the error message it shows in this particular thing. First of all, we'll compile it. Okay, there are a lot of errors we are observing. Okay, this is the error. Greater than 0 should be here, because after conversion of this thing only we can evaluate. Okay, now we'll compile it. See, so let me just run it. It should fail. See, text equals to wonder not found for beverage find, and see, BP06 Blaze demo purchase ticket T001 is error. Okay, I don't want to use this exploit function. I will, in this particular function, I don't want to use this thing fail if this particular, I want to remove. If I have written some of the error thing, it should print it. Okay, see, it is failed. Error occurred at BP06. This is the customized error message I have given. BP06 Blaze demo purchase T001 launch unable to launch at time. What is the time and for what iteration we can mention? This is the date and time we can mention, and this is in milliseconds. So each and every time it will differ. So this is how you can change like do a text check and write your customized error message. And it is always important to use this particular functions rather. And even um, so I'll just tell you one more scenario as well here. In runtime settings, you have a feature. Even if you get an error, you can continue. So I'll just show you continue an error. If you enable this thing and put a text check, here the code it will override. But if you don't put that particular thing, it will just pass it. So let me just close this, compile it, and now I think that it will not give you any error. See, even if there is an error, it made you to progress. But in the earlier script, it was not making you to do. So one thing you need to explicitly change is you have a function lr continue. When you make it to false, where it won't work. It will. I think you are getting this thing question right. So even if I enable this thing and run, it won't fail. Whenever you change in the runtime setting, it won't fail. So whenever you enable this particular thing, it will fail. But the transaction, if you have kept, then it won't fail. See now, it will make you progress to next request. But one more also it is there. Functions, I'll tell you, that is lr continue. When you lr underscore continue on error f1 one. So with 0 and 1 you can explicitly stop or continue the thing. To instruct the test, I'll just comment it, copy this thing, done. Okay, copy this thing. Okay, so to instruct the test run component to continue an error for the entire script except for this segment, and close the segment with lr continue an error. Let me show with you an example. So what does it do? 0 and 1. Even if I have put that particular thing, it will fail here now. See, now it was progressing, right? And now you see that I didn't make any changes on continue error. This is there, and even I haven't uncommented this thing, but still it will fail here. It will just stop the script to run. Okay, Okay, this is not the thing I was telling. I'll just put 0 here. Save file. In the following example, the continuation on error runtime setting is enabled. If the script encounters an error while running the following segment, it continues executing the script. To instruct the test run to continue an error for the entire script except for this segment and close the segment with continue an error segment. Normally, you specify how the test component handles error during the script execution. By default, the script exits when an error occurs. To continue script execution even when the error occurs, select the continue an error. Error security level. Terminate script execution upon database access error. Continue script execution upon database access error, but issue a warning. It should fail then. Start this thing, paste the thing, save, file it, run it. Actually, it should fail it, but don't know. I'll get back to you once, like why it is not failing. Okay, for as of now, I'm commenting it. This is the alternate way. Whenever you put this particular runtime setting, and you don't want to make this particular rule to be applicable for a whole script, then at that particular time, what you can do, you can add for that particular if if you don't want to put all the things with this particular error message continue an error, even if there is error, it will make progress on the execution, rather it will not fail the things. So if you don't want this particular thing scenario, so let me just uncheck that and run it. If any error coming, it should fail. Okay, I'll get back to you on this particular thing. I'll do some research and definitely come to you and explain about this particular topic. So as of now, I'm commenting this thing. So enabling this thing. save it, and we'll focus on other thing as well. Now here is the ideal scenario. Copy this thing, paste it, copy the thing, paste it, save, and now we have to perform a randomization technique. In this particular thing, snapshot, when we copied that, okay, so here we found out that we are getting this particular value, Sao Paulo, and this particular value, Cario. I'll add it. So I'll tell you a shortcut trick where you can remove all the spaces at a time. So Control H, fill with blank, replace all. So now you will have to do this thing, Control H, replace all. So if there is one thing remaining, you can manually delete this thing. Philadelphia, Boston, Portland, Antiago, and one more thing also you can do. A regular expression. So I can write instead of Diago, I'll replace. I'll write a regular expression A to Z or A to Z plus. Mm, see, it's working. Gone. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll write a regex operation in this class also. I'll explain this thing. Copy this thing, paste it. First of all, I'll Control H and replace all. Next, I'll write a regular expression to remove all these things. I'll just copy the thing, A to Z, capital A to Z, plus. Plus is on for occurring more than occurrence, one or more. So I'll replace with blank. Next, Control H, replace all. Okay, so even we got it. This is from port We have to parameterize this thing. Replace, create parameter from port properties, create a table. Okay, from port, close. Okay, entire solution. Okay, now copy this thing, replace with parameter, create a new parameter, two port. Okay, instead of two port, you have to give it p underscore two port. Now I don't want to create in one more file. I'll just map on that particular file. Select this, add column, okay, and select anything. Now I wanted to select random each iteration. Okay, yes, replace all. Okay, Control L. Here from port also you need to select random each iteration. Okay, save it. Go to this, find two port address, copy this thing. This is from, this is two. Now Control H, replace all. I'll write copy H, instead of Bruno virus, I'll write A to Z, capital A to Z, press S, plus. Okay, everything is done. Now just I'll remove this thing. Option, else. Okay, replace. So we got this particular value 2 and 4. Copy. Oh, what I'll do, I'll tell you one more shortcut. You can put the test data. Bring out an Excel. Take a Excel. Copy the whole test data. Copy, paste. Okay, paste. Again, this is from. You have to go to parish. Copy this thing. Remove this. Not needed anymore. Paste here. Instead, copy this thing. Copy and Control H. Place comma. Replace all. So this is the pattern you wanted to input in this particular parameter. Go here, Control L, edit in Notepad, and you see comma format pattern. Paste it, Control L, save. Now it is random. You have already randomized. In this particular fashion, it will pick any of them. So you don't have to worry about that as well. So it's time now to check this particular input this thing. check the response. Instead of first transaction, you have to give to second transaction, and instead of launch, find flight. Okay, and now we have to write a error handling for this particular message. Okay, this is already done. We can remove this thing, not needed anymore. Save it, and we are forgetting to input a think time. So today I'll try to give you one more think time here. We'll go to runtime setting, and we can create an additional attribute here. Mention LR, mention think time value 3, and simulate real user behavior. Okay, save it. Here what you can do, we have a function called lr get attribute. F1. Just 1 second. Okay, so is that simple, is right. uh, I'm mentioning a think time, which will I don't want to define here. In think time, let me just take a time. Think time. Now get attribute. Go to runtime setting. Instead of, I'll write tt. Save it, copy it, paste it. So this is a string. We have to convert into a to I. Now save it. Now you can input this thing LR think time. Instead of value, it will be dynamic. Whenever you change in the particular runtime setting, this also will be changed. You want to print that particular thing, no problem. We can even see this thing as well. LR output message in time percentile D, comma, and copy this thing, paste here equals to this, and one more work is left. Response body, copy, we have to find a text check, unique text check. Okay, we can take this particular thing, reserve, blaze demo, reserve. Save it. Worries. If this is going, we can go to layout, reset to default. Again, everything will be same. And Control Alt P for snapshot. So it's time to put a breakpoint here. Will not put any explicit timing here. Just will replace with this thing. Save it. Compile it if we are getting any kind of error. And we have to rectify this. No, we are not getting any error. See, it's time to stop this particular thing. See, sync time equals to 3. We did print here, right? It's saved. Okay guys, thanks for joining this class. Have a great day. We'll continue the rest of the script and other details in the next class. So thanks for joining. Please continue watching this particular video. I'll be covering lot of function in this particular class. So go through and